You said ever since I was a kid, I wanted to fight evil. Is
Right,
what you said,
that's
right?
correct.
Okay, so evil. If you're 15, that's a few decades ago. How different was evil then than it is today? So evil then is what year? That's what year were you 15?
So it was the late 60s.
Okay, so late 60s. What was evil in the late 60s, and what have you seen the evolution of evil from then to today?
Evil is fairly consistent. Communism is evil. Nazism is evil. Islamism, not Islam, Islamism is evil. Where you deliberately hurt other human beings is evil. I've never found that a complex subject. And if people are not clear that the three things I mentioned are evil, there is something wrong with their moral compass. It's broken. I mean, if you can't acknowledge how evil, but the truth is the ignorance, I'll tell you, there's only one difference to answer your question between then and now. You say to a kid in high school, Auschwitz or Gulag, he doesn't know what the hell you're talking about. That borders on evil. Not to teach young people about the greatest evils just of the last century and to a great extent of all of history, Gulag and Auschwitz, is a crime. They know preferred pronouns. They're taught to be basically idiots. That's what, look, non-impressive people are teaching people to be non-impressive. That is the state of American education in one sentence.
Non-impressive people are teaching people to be non-impressive.
Yes.
So you're saying evil's been evil for the last however many forever
since humans.
Well, but let me ask you this. Let me maybe I want to get extract a little bit more out of you on this topic. So, you know how like this new ChatGPT comes out? Oh my God, look what it's doing. People are using it as customer service, but it's only 1.0. Wait till 2.0, 3.0, 5.0, 7.0, or iOS. I don't know what version we're on right now, 16 or 15. Hey, the new operating system is 16.0. It's better than what it was at 8.0, 3.0. Is the evil 49.0 today? Has it evolved into even stronger ways to divide, to manipulate, to pin parents against kids, husbands against wives, men against women? Has it evolved to be stronger today, or has the strength been the same forever? Men have gotten weaker.
There are relatively new phenomena. The general evil is the same evil as it's always been. What the Chinese Communist Party and the North Korean Communist Party does to its people. What Putin is doing in Ukraine. I mean, these are evils. Totalitarianism is a modern evil. You need mass communication and mass police and mass technology to have totalitarianism. But otherwise, what is new in America is I'll give you a relatively new evil. The vast number of adult children who do not speak to parents because they differ with the parents' conservatism. This is new. It was unheard of in the past that you stop talking to your parent because of how they voted. And I consider that evil.
That's what I mean, new evil. That's new evil.
That's a new evil.
What else is new evil?
Well, in America, this is not a new evil in the world, but in America, the suppression of free speech, the amount of censorship is brand new. America, Woodrow Wilson flirted with it, but outside of the Woodrow Wilson era, we have never had a suppression of free speech. That was the one thing every American agreed with. 45% of young Americans, according to Pew, which I tend to trust, say the following: I believe in free speech except for hate speech. And they don't realize, because they've not been taught to think logically, they don't realize that that's an oxymoron. It's a self-contradictory statement. If you don't believe in free speech for hate speech, you don't believe in free speech. What do you believe in free speech for? Only speech you agree with. Everything else is hate speech. This is what the left has taught them. And the left has never, from Vladimir Lenin to Columbia University, the left has never allowed dissent. And there's a reason. If there's dissent, there's no left.
If there's dissent, there's no left.
Correct. They cannot. That's why they shut down conservative speakers. 4 years of left-wing indoctrination at the average university is not enough. They know one conservative, eloquent speaker in an hour and a half can undo 4 years of the lies that they're told of America being systemically racist, of there being more than two sexes, etc. That's why they don't want us on their campus. Conservatives never gave a damn if a liberal came to a campus. They invited them. Jerry Falwell invited Ted Kennedy to Liberty University. I am a conservative. I ache to have. I have offered money to any left-wing New York Times columnist, which means any one of the 99% who are left-wing, to debate. I've offered $10,000 plus any money that they would raise for admission. And they could pick the venue. They could pick the moderator, and I would still do it. They don't do it. They don't debate. They smear. About a six-herb: sexist, intolerant, xenophobic, homophobic, Islamophobic, racist, bigoted. I had to make an acronym because it's a lot of terms.
What was that again, that acronym?
Sexist, six-herb. SIXHIRB.
Break it down again.
Sexist, intolerant, xenophobic, homophobic, Islamophobic, racist, bigoted.
Name calling.
That's all they do because they can't debate. They can't stand up and tell you there are more than two sexes. Are there more than two sexes in kangaroos, in penguins? But all of a sudden you reach the human species and there are more than two sexes? 56 if you sign up for Facebook? 56? Oh, we're living in the age of the absurd, of the total absurd. And by the way, I have a reason for that. Secularism. The post-Judeo-Christian world produces only idiocy. No religious person says there are more than two sexes. The only people who say there are more than two sexes, the only people who say men give birth are secular. Secularism produces morons. Not every secular person is a moron, of course not. But every secular institution is moronic. And the most secular institution is the university, and that's where all the moronic ideas originate.
How do they keep making so much advancement? How are concepts that literally make no sense create this kind of momentum?
There was an answer given by G.K. Chesterton, or it's at least attributed to him, late 19th century, early 20th century British thinker. When people stop believing in God, they don't believe in nothing. They believe in anything. That's the answer to your question. People don't, even secular conservatives don't agree with me. They think secularism is a blessing. It's only a blessing in government. It is not a blessing in society.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.